Jess, what has James's module helped show you about the candidate debrief?
I think it's helped show me that there's so much more than just asking the candidate if they actually want the job. There's so many important factors for me anyway to listen for. Firstly, if they enjoyed the environment of the actual place, of the role, the person that they met, the client, did they build a rapport, did the person feel comfortable? I also think, who they met is really important as well, if there was anyone else that I didn't know in the interview. And I think as well the journey, so the travel is so important for people, so did they like the whole experience? I think then I'll kind of gather whether they're really interested in the role and we could be on to a winner.
How does your approach change for a second interview debrief?
I don't think I'd do anything differently. I think it's very similar. I would make sure that I absolutely revisited the questions I asked in the first debrief. I think some recruiters forget that it's equally as important to remind the candidate what they told me they like about the role, and also for you as a recruiter to assess whether they're serious about it. So I think, if you've not done a trial close before, you absolutely need to be doing one at this point, in just making sure that you know exactly if the role was offered to them, they potentially would accept.
What do you do if the candidate starts changing things at this point?
Yeah, they like to do that. I think it's really important to stay calm and in control, because I think candidates at this point, if they start to get a glimpse of they're potentially going to be offered here, I think it's to make sure that your interest is also the client, and I think if the client gets wind of the candidate just being after the money, I think that can put them off sometimes. Yeah. So I think it's really important to reiterate back to the candidate what they originally agreed with myself on the role, and just see what their actual interests are. Is it the role? Are they moving for the right reasons? And if it is money, obviously yes, that's potentially negotiable. But I just think as long as you can stay calm and in control, then hopefully you can come to some sort of negotiation.
So what do you do if you feel that the candidate is starting to lose interest?
I think I would simply fact find. I think that it's really important to just stay calm, stay in control, and just simply look at the facts and the detail of why the candidate might be disinterested. I think I've had examples before where even down to the parking, they didn't realise there was parking on site. I think if you can just listen to the candidate and what the issue might be, it's easy enough to solve it.
Is there anything that you do now in a candidate debrief that maybe you didn't do all the time before?
I think I will always ask if they've got other interviews on the go. I think it's a really important question. I think it can also help you as a recruiter understand how important this role is to them. It is obviously about building rapport with candidates and making them feel comfortable, and that relationship's really important, because if they can open up to you and say, well actually, yeah, I am interviewing at X, Y and Z, you can then help the candidate and consult them into, okay, well, which is priority to you, okay, why do you like that particular role compared to this role? And I think as well then as the recruiter, it gives you a really good understanding of if they don't like the other roles for what reason, and actually they're more likely to take your role.
Yeah. What's the biggest takeaway that you've learned from this module?
I think the biggest thing is probably to not ignore red flags. I think we've all done it before. I think when I first started, I would try and hope they go away, but they don't.
Not a recruiter alive who hasn't done it.
So yeah, I think just being really honest with yourself, and if you can see there's a problem, just make sure you try and solve it, hit the nail on the head straight away. I think if you can try and work through the problem, you can always try and solve it. If you just ignore it and hope it goes away, it's never a good thing. So I think, just be really true to yourself, don't ignore red flags. So at least then if there is a problem, you can always try and solve it.